cause marketing piece, which we're so grateful for. So for 30 years, they've been supporting Feeding America and, of course, our food banks across the country, touching all 200 of them because of the national reach of Pampered Chef. So we're so grateful for their support. So again, I said 30 years. They've also provided, they just hit $30 million in our long partnership. So pretty transformational. And in addition to that money, which we know is so important for investments in the community, it's awareness, it's cause marketing. So it's sharing our work and sharing, the need to support food insecure communities. So we love Pampered Chef. We're so grateful for your commitment. And we have Patti here, who has been doing these annual shows with us for a while, Patti, right? And we're just excited to see some of what Pampered Chef has. We know everyone's cooking more these days, whether they want to or not. So just a kind of a fun way to kind of gather on this Tuesday afternoon.
I know. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you all being here. We're actually up to, oops, hold on here. I forgot to shut off my phone and stuff. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I just want to thank you all for joining me. I loved going into the city. It was always good during lunch hour because then you guys got a little bit of a break and a little bit of a treat because I was actually making something, but that's okay. We can still do this. I am super excited. So thank you so much, Bridget, for having me again. This is fun. And what's the fun thing is, or the nice thing is that I have everything right at my fingertips here. So
yeah, great.
In case you want some, maybe you want to look at some of our 400 or 500 products. I do
so many.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I am just going to get started with just a couple things. I just thought I would share some of what I love and utilize all the time. I'm sure we have a lot of Pampered Chef fans. If you are a fan of Pampered Chef and you want to put it in the chat that maybe you have a product that you love, maybe you can share with us that product. That would be great. I don't know if anybody has this one. This is our ceramic egg cooker, but not really just for eggs, just saying. It is really kind of neat that you can do an egg in here. And it's got this silicone band on it, so it's kind of easy to take in and out of the microwave. But it's pretty deep in there, so you can put 2 to 3 eggs in there. And I like doing this about 3-4 times a week. And so me and my little friend Ralphie, who's my doggy, enjoy a fun little nutritional breakfast. So, and you can scramble the eggs right in there or throw the eggs in there, and then you can just shake them up and you put it in the microwave. And less than 1 minute and 20 seconds, you have a couple done scrambled eggs, or you can do the omelet in there. Now, the other thing that you can use it for is baking one of those single cakes. So there is directions on that. And by the way, I do have, and I don't know if you put it in there, Bridget, the Facebook group, because I would like to follow up with everybody afterwards so that I could make sure that, if I need to follow up with anybody, this would be great.
Thank you, Patti. And I know you don't need Facebook, as you had shared with me, to utilize that, but it's in the invite, and it's also in the Zoom chat, so everyone can utilize that.
Yeah,
as well.
Just an easy way that, in case you guys still have some questions, although you probably have my name and information in there, but I would like to be able to do that. But anyway, so that single cake serving you can actually do in there. You can do a muffin in here. And if you're just wanting to do a veggie side dish like broccoli, you could throw some broccoli in there and add a ice cube in there. Cover it, put it in the microwave about 1.5 minutes, and you can have yourself some steamed broccoli with this. So pretty easy. Goes in the dishwasher to clean up. One of my very favorite things that I love. One of the other things that I love, and I can't get through dinners without, is garlic. And there is nothing better than fresh garlic. So for some of you, I know a lot of people like the jarred garlic or the already pressed garlic that you can buy in the bag. But I love this. This has been like one of the products that has been with us for probably the 40 years that the company's been with it. Obviously, it's made some enhancements. It's actually ergonomically correct, so it fits in your hands kind of nice. And it's easy to clean up because it's got this great little tool that you can clean up with that. And so you put your garlic in there with the skin on, and all you would do is put it right in there. I usually say hump side up, because then when you press in and push out, it pretty much, this is the cleaning tool that you can scrape it all out from, and you get pressed garlic, and there's really, it's pretty amazing. It's just, I don't know if anybody has this one, but really is a favorite of mine. I mean, I'm Italian too, so I'm just going to tell you, we use a lot of this. Just saying, just use a lot.
You're an expert.
Pretty much am. I'm just saying. All right. I am going to, I'm going to take this cucumber. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm trying to make it so that you can, but I just want to show you another one of my favorite cutting tools, besides obviously our knives that are great. So they're German forged steel knives, but they have a full tang blade on them and super sharp. And they're very nice and weighted. And to use a knife to get the maximum use out of your knife, you really want the knife to do the work. Most times people find themselves using their finger up over the blade like this, but much harder to use, because you really want the knife to work. So your thumb and forefinger, if you just kind of wrap it around the handles and grasp it like that, pretty much the knife all of a sudden becomes the workhorse. So, and this is the Santoku knife. So obviously it has a flat edge on it, but these little pockets on there are called grantons. And so it easily releases the vegetable or whatever it is that you're cutting there. So it makes it a lot easier to cut. So I do love this. It actually comes straight down as opposed to a rocking motion, like a chef's knife, which I do have like right there in my thing, but super sharp, and always, this is a must-have in the kitchen. People, that's most of the time what you see people, or those chefs cooking, most of the time what you see is that they're actually cooking with a chef's knife. So, but I do love these, and they are lifetime warranty. They are great knives. So we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna use this little guy. So it's kind of like an egg slicer on steroids, all right? Because it's our quick slice. It is a hard plastic, and these blades are super stainless steel on there. Again, another dishwasher safe product, but what it does is it can do multiple things all at the same time. So instead of doing one egg, you know, when you have an egg, look at this. I have everything like right here. So instead of doing like one egg, one strawberry, one olive, you know, whatever it is that you're doing there, one kiwi, you can actually do multiple, because obviously you have a lot more space on this to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our little cucumber, hopefully you guys can see this, and I'm going to actually cut it so we can get sticks out of the cucumber. Okay, can you see that?
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, take these out, put them back in, put them the other way, and you will actually get, like, you can actually use these for other things. And so you'll get like little cubes of them.
Like for a Greek salad.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, totally. Or if you've ever made like a tzatziki sauce, you know, where you got to have a bunch of cucumbers in there. So totally, this is for that. I do love that. So, but you can use it for a ton of things, like multiple strawberries, like I said, olives, grape tomatoes, oh gosh, oh, I said strawberries, eggs. I mean, all of those things on there. So it is really, it's kind of one of those things that you'll pull out before you pull out anything else. So I love that little guy too. So I thought what I would do, oh, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these, because I don't want to forget to talk about these. But
yes,
I know, but there's a little tear rolling down my eye, because right now they're just not available. But because the show, so I'll do a quick explanation while I'm thinking about this. So we're doing what's called the Shared Rewards Show. We're piloting, or I'm piloting, not everybody's doing this, but I'm piloting a new way to do a show where instead of one person getting the host rewards, that typical show that you would do, we actually have it where anybody that places an order, depending on the sales of the show, will go anywhere from $2.50 to 25% off your order. Okay. Which is absolutely a great idea. So earlier this morning, you did get an order. You did. I did see an order coming in, so I'm kind of excited about that. But the good news is that because we're still going to be open for a while, this is the acacia wood on here, and the silicone on here is absolutely beautiful. This is our Feeding America product this year. So you all know that for $1, you know, when you purchase this, $1 goes towards Feeding America.
Yes, 10 meals for each purchase of that set until August 31st. So they're hot items, they're beautiful. Pamper Chef turned 40 just a few weeks ago, so this was a special set designed with that in mind.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful. The wood on here and the silicone, and it's up to 428 degrees that it's safe under. So they're really nice pieces, and you get all 3 pieces. So it's the server, the spoon, and the slotted spatula that you get as a set with this. So we're going to hope that if anybody does order, you can still place your order. Your order goes on hold because the show will ship all together. Individually, of course, it'll go to everybody's, everybody's place, wherever you decide to direct ship to. But I can still add to your cart. So if it does become available, you will get this. So, which is kind of nice if that's what you're looking for, because they are beautiful. I don't know if anybody has that yet, but yeah. And so I do love that. And if you spend $150, and it's on my little PowerPoint that I'm going to do in just a little bit when I wrap everything up. But if you spend $150, your order is free. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that if you spend $150, but you get the discount on there, it's going to drop below the $150 level. So you just got to think about that, and then all of a sudden, you hear it's a shame. But don't worry, I will follow up with you. I want to make sure that, everything goes A-okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just move on here, and I'm going to talk a little bit. You guys be able to see this? Maybe not, right? I don't know. I'll bring it a little closer.
Great.
Fortunately, do that. Yes. So for sure. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, our cooking blender. So you gotta love this thing because it is super fabulous. It does just about everything, and it is just that. It's an actual cooking blender. So has to be a little longer here. All right. I'm actually going to do something in this, and I could use it because we love to make our own nut butter. So we love almond butter. Peanut butter is just as good to make. I mean, you could do cashew butter. It doesn't really matter. But the best thing about this little guy is that it does heat your food. So instead of just blending it, it will heat it. So the mechanism is in the actual piece itself. So this is what it sits on. I love it because, whoops, I got to turn it on. It will actually, I'm going to wait 1 second here. So I'm going to do this. It's a glass container, which is wonderful. Most of the other ones that you do, that are high end are still the plastic container. So this is nice. And this is great that it has glass in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some, let me grab this really quick. So I have some coconut oil on this. So we're going to make this nice and healthy, feeding the family, feeding the kids, dogs get some too. So I'm going to throw some of this.
So good for you, coconut oil.
Yeah, we do use a ton of coconut oil. These are our adjustable measuring spoons. So they click together just like that. And they go from 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1 tablespoon. They're nice, they're compact, they're perfect, and they fit inside jars and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in there because we're going to use that. Whoops, it's a little sticky in there. Let's get that off there. Okay, I'm going to move this off to the side. And I already have, I'm going to throw that in there. We don't want to miss anything. So these are, and if you're measuring for holidays, this is perfect. These little great measuring cups. And what I love about them, I don't know if you can tell from the background there. Yeah, look inside the cup. You can actually see the measurements in there. So this is a 2-cup measurement. There's a 1 cup, 2 cup, and 4 cups. You read the measurements so that you're not, you know, because you can't see that minuscule line, believe it or not. That's what it's actually called. So this is nice because you're reading from up above. So I have a little, about 2 cups of almonds in here. And these are the roasted almonds. I buy these at Costco. I love them. So the roasted almonds in there. I'm going to throw these in there. And I'm going to watch. Well, do I have this on? Yes, I have it on now. So right now it says lid because the lid is not on. So one of the best things about this is how secure and safe it is. So once it's there, you just heard that. It makes like that little noise. So that means it's locked on there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to actually, and I know it might take a little bit. So there's different settings. So there's a smoothie setting, and they just added, and you can actually look online, but there's another piece that does a single serving. So there's another one that just has a 1 cup thing in there that is an accessory to this. So that's perfect for that. It does even the almond milk or the oatmeal milk with this. You can do soups in this. What I love about it is things like potato soup, like a sweet potato soup or potato soup. And I've had other mixers before, but typically I have to cook the potato a little bit before you put it in there. Not with this one at all. Put them in there raw. They actually cook it. They actually like puree it, and then they cook it. So it's a cooking blender with that. There's also a heated puree. It does, and I've already done my jam, so it makes these jam, blueberry, I've done Concord grape jam, I mean, all different kinds that you can actually do with that. It also does a sauce as well, and those are not found on any other blender. So those two settings are actually exclusive to us. There's a grind setting on here, and the best thing is it washes itself. Like
that is the best thing.
No, I know it is the best. So you can't really put this in water, this bottom piece. So all you'll do is after it's done, you throw it back in there, and it's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and it's on grind. So it's actually 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm going to see if that works. I mean, like, I don't want it to be so noisy, but it's on here. You get this little tapper. Is that too loud?
I've never made my own nut butter. This is so cool because it's one of my main food groups. Wow. You're the best, Patti. You should have your own cooking show.
Honestly, I mean, it's almost done. It's got about another 40 seconds on there, but I'll just let it go for now, just so that I could finish up here, right? Because I know it's probably, am I still doing okay on time?
You're great. You're perfect. Yes, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, look at that. All right. I'm just going to move this over to the side right now. And I did our little measure cups. I want to talk about a couple things that are seasonal. And I don't know if anybody's ever had our Coringan cinnamon or our cinnamon plus. So they're only through the end of December right now, but oh my gosh, so flavorful. I always have to stock up so that I could get it for the year because They are truly amazing. So you can put these in anything, any kind of, your pumpkin pies, your dips that you do that has pumpkin in there, the lattes. I mean, you can use this pretty much for anything. So I love these. They just add some really good flavor. And I mean, come on, pure strength Madagascar vanilla. Okay, it's a double strength actually, so you don't need as much. So if it calls for a teaspoon, you only need a half a teaspoon. It is great, and it does last a while, but so flavorful, so rich in flavor. Just, I love these. I think we put a lot of work into a lot of our pantry items. We have, Italian seasoning. We have salt, like a pink Himalaya sea salt that is so flavorful. It enhances anything that you put in there. So these are just really great. Another measuring thing. Do we have a lot of bakers in here? Do we have a lot of people that like to bake? I don't know, but if you do,
unfortunately, we do have a lot of bakers, but we no longer get to reap the benefits of said, or I don't get to anymore since we're not in the office. So anyways, people need to keep working on that so that when we go back to work, we have lots of.
There you go. So hone your skills. Keep baking. These are silicone measure cups, so the measurements are on there as well. But they're flexible, so these can actually go in the microwave. Okay, they can actually go in the oven, believe it or not. So if you wanted to do that, melt a little bit of butter while you're making your hot biscuits or whatever, you can throw them in there for just a little bit. They have a heat safe up to 650 degrees, which is pretty cool on there. They do have these lids, so if you wanted to store, you could store right in there. So there's 3 different sizes again on this. So a 1, 2, and a 4 cup on these as well. So I do love these. These are so versatile. And because they're flexible, if you're watering some plants, look at that. You can just use that, or pouring out of. These are great for things like in your blenders, or just, perfect for anything that you're using, like a KitchenAid or whatever that you have to add to it. So these are really nice things as well. Okay. I want to take the opportunity because we utilize this an awful lot. This is our quick cooker, which is like a slow cooker. And I know I did something in it last year. I'm sure I did.
Was there a chili?
Oh, it could have been. Yeah.
Maybe?
Oh, yeah, a chicken chili or a chicken salsa. I think it was.
Oh, maybe that was it. Chicken tacos. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, just again, the safety features on this. I know a lot of those Instapot, which is exactly like an Instapot kind of thing, but this, a lot of safety features on it. Far away, so this little guy, I gotta turn it the right way. This little guy is far enough away. Your release button on there, that's what happens most of the time, is people actually hate that release button. It actually will not let you release until this little guy goes all the way down. So it'll actually it comes up during your cooking and it pressurizes, and then it actually goes down. But I will say, they are great. The Instapots are great because, does it cook in 10 minutes? No. What happens is that it actually has to pressurize. So what happens is that it actually will, once you set it, it will have to pressurize to make sure that you can, so that then the food will cook in there. So if you set it for 10 minutes, you can customize it. It does have other settings on there, like a slow cook, a steam, and a sear. So you can do that, which is great. There's a chicken poultry setting, a beef setting, a fish seafood soup stock setting. Desserts, can I tell you? Like the desserts in there, there is a fluted pan accessory, and there's a springform pan that you can actually use in there to make things like cheesecake or a bundt pan.
Wow, Patti, I love how we started with the individual cake option, and then now we are ending with this larger cake option. That's what I'm feeling these days.
Yeah.
And with that said, Patti, I realize we just have 1 minute left. So I don't want to rush you. And I know that's been crazy and amazing, and everyone's so excited for this. So we're so grateful for your time. Everyone who call calendar invite lives the link for ordering if you're interested. And as Patti described, the more people who order, the more discount everyone gets, and then 8 days to put those in, and then the order will go through.
Just quickly run through this. Is that okay? It won't even take that long. Okay, so thank you guys for joining me. If you take this number down, it's my number. Be entered to win a drawing. Just tell me who you are, obviously, and then I will know to put you in the drawing there. Here it is. Here is the shared rewards, and it's in the Facebook group too. I'll make sure that it's prominently posted in there. I think it's already in there. So you can see what you can get, share the benefits. This is kind of one of those things that, if you think your family, friends can benefit from, it's just going to do better for you. And our gift with purchase this month happens to be the acacia wood spoon. Choice of either one, which is great. Our goal is to get to the 25% off again. So you would need to spend $107 to the shared rewards before the discount is applied. This is free shipping at 150 or more. We talked a little bit about that. Here is, I wanted you guys to see that. Yep. Yay. Yay. Over 24 million meals. I know those are updated, but you said 30 million.
$30 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. More than 27 million. So that's an old,
which is amazing.
Yeah, I know. And you can round up at the checkout. So
yes,
you totally round up, and that still goes to our food pantries, which is
so cool. It goes local. That's why Pampered Chef is supports all of our food banks.
Yes, I know. We so appreciate that. I think it's great. It came from an idea, it came from, and I remember Chris Mannion had said something, I can't do everything, but I can do something.
Yeah.
It's all working together. Make it good.
Well, thank you for doing something, Patti, and thank you for this. I don't think Feeding America, we have a lot of meetings, but not ones that are as fun as this, where we get to be inspired by projects in the kitchen and get to chat about cookies and reunions to come. So we really appreciate your time again. Everyone loves you. You're getting a lot of love in the chat, so you can see that. And next year we'll be in person, fingers crossed. And thank you everyone for joining. Again, the link's in the calendar invite, so share it with people. Make an order if you want in the next 8 days, and then I'll have to ask for follow-up photos of all the cool things you make.
For sure. Oops.
Thanks, Bridget. Thank you, Patti.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
And thank you. Have a great have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Patti. Oh, that was so great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Definitely email me if you have any questions on orders coming in. I know someone had texted me this morning, or one of my colleagues had chatted me this morning saying that they couldn't join, but they wanted the link to order. So I'm amazed that they already did it. So yeah, just you have my email, so let me know. Again, I want to keep my like all staff emails slim, but possibly I could send out one more. So we'll see.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Just let me know if you need anything. And thanks again. I will talk to you, Bridget.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, bye.